Welcome to another episode of Shogonaut Tour Reviews. Two idiots tonight, Toast and Mr. Berg. We have a camera, and this toy, this is Nendoroid's Ezio from Assassin's Creed
2.
He's very small.
But he's got a big head, so this is your next in your growing line of
Not a pop.
Nendoroid Not-a-Pops.
Yep.
Articulated pops.
Yeah. We did one video, Mink, for Ciri from Witcher.
Yeah.
And I still have some video game ones and some Spider-Man Nendoroids.
Didn't we review a Spider-Man one? Like Penny and...
Did that ever go up?
I don't think so.
What happened with that? Anyway, I have a small Nendoroid collection. I'm a huge fan of Ezio, the trilogy of games that he was in, and when this went up, I pre-ordered him. So he came in a few weeks ago, and I've just been sitting on it. We have had other stuff to review. But as far as Sculpt goes, there is a lot of intricate work in this small figure.
Can I say that it really, really bothers me that he does not have sculpted eyes?
That's fine.
Okay.
The fact that he doesn't have painted eyes, does that bother you?
No.
Just sculpted.
Sculpt, like...
Okay.
Because, like, when he puts his hood on, does his eyes disappear in the game?
I mean, he's usually heavily shadowed.
Right.
But this is not the face I'm going to be using, because I have that same problem.
Okay. But, yeah, it just... It is not something I have ever seen or encountered where they, like, hey, you know what we can save money on?
Eyes?
Some circles and eyebrows. Like, just use the other head, paint the shadow.
Probably not the first time that's going to happen.
Him falling, or
yeah. So he has standard Nendoroid articulation. A bunch of this stuff is going to be able to pop off, but he's got swivel biceps. You get the arms out and around until they crash into the head. Head's on a ball joint. There's a hinge up in there too, so he's got up and down.
I hate that he gets more range than some Marvel Legends in the head.
The wrists will swivel, but they don't otherwise move. The waist, I think he has something under the coat. I thought.
You thought wrong!
The flaps on the back each move. He's got knees. There are no ankles on this one, which kind of sucks because usually ankles help stand.
I would think so.
But he also comes with a stand.
Dun dun dun.
It plugs into the back. So pretty standard articulation for a Nendoroid. Let's see if I can get it. The answer's no.
Tripod. Holy cornucopia of stuff, Batman.
Right. So let's start with the stand. He comes with a pretty standard base. It's got a bunch of plugs that you can then stick these two attachments into, depending
Why does
on.
it come with two?
Well, you could
Are they
have him
different?
You could have him in a jumping pose, or you could have him just standing there.
Oh, so you can get super height.
You can get height if you wanted. So now he could stand there.
Woohoo!
Stand there in the corner. But for height, you could have him jumping into a haystack.
Yes!
Which I think is amazing.
Man, they spared no expense.
Right. It is bust out paperboard. Some of the Naruto Nendoroids have an attachment where you can there's a plastic plug that goes into the stand and then the effect piece is behind them. Not anymore. It's just a fold out piece.
See, I would have made it this way so he could stand in front of it.
Well,
guess he could stand. He's coming out of it.
As he does.
He usually pulls guys in, though.
Yeah.
Stabs them a lot.
He does. But, so when we went over articulation, he doesn't have elbows. Instead, he comes with bent arms. Bent arm 1, bent arm 2. So you can just replace it at the bicep, reattach the hands. Speaking of hands, he has the magic sphere. Really the alien magic.
Is that tied into the weird shit that I have to do on my Viking one?
Yeah, weird shit. Comes with a sword hand. It's got the up and down wrist.
Awesome.
For all of his letters that he pens.
I thought that was so he could tickle the enemy into laughing.
He has a hidden dagger.
So cute.
There's then another one.
One of those looks exceptionally big, and one of those looks exceptionally small.
He has a down hood. The hood shrinks when it goes down. And a bent jumping knee.
Awesome.
Because you always need that bent knee.
What would be neat is if he had a foot that went down for his bent knee jumping.
That would be nice. It comes with a couple of heads, and the hood comes apart. Again, like typical Nendoroid. The face can pop out, and he has...
Come sleep with us.
A couple replacement heads. This is a face. This is obviously a full head with fully sculpted hair and a ponytail. But again, the eyes are just paint, not sculpt.
Really?
Smiling, frowning, and you can have either hair.
Oh, you can take the hair off too? What? Nendoroid, you're spoiling me. Off-camera strength, form of a split head.
So yeah, you can...
Can you have...
swap heads.
Can you have... combine the two heads so you can have hair in the front and a hood in the back?
Not quite. But you could put smiling face inside of the hood so that he's not all shadow. I'll have one of the real faces, not the shadow face.
I think you should have the hair shadow face. Mommy's with the maggots now. Oh man, I can't wait for that movie.
So for scale, he is small. We have Hasbro Deluxe, I think,
Yes.
Junkion.
Yep.
And McFarlane Frankenstein.
Awesome.
The new Raoul.
Final thoughts for Ezio?
Ezio. Z.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Whatever I gave the other Nendoroid, I gave this one the same. He's a 4, I guess. I don't know. 3.5. 3.5 because he needs ankles and or he needs another attachable foot. That's kind of awesome, though. I like that. But that creepy face, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get big-headed chibi pop things.
It's fair.
I believe it stems from my hatred of things that are cute.
I like these, which should be obvious.
I hope so, because you keep buying them.
His articulated ponytail.
Whoa! 5 hammers. Toy of the year. Articulated hair. Suck on that, Todd. Not only did we get painted face, and the back of them was painted. Articulated hair.
Yep.
Swivel wrists. Swivel biceps. Bent elbow accessory.
Yeah. A plethora of accessories. I will give him a 4, I think. The problem I always have with Nendoroids is getting them to stand. And my wife just got these bipod stands that plug into their back, and so I'm going to use those and make sure that my Nendoroids are standing, not laying down next to me. But, yeah. Again, the amount of sculpt that's in such a small size, I'm really impressed by that. And the amount of, I guess, also articulation that they managed to squeeze in. The problem that I have with Nendoroid articulation in general is when you're trying to move things, you usually wind up pulling an arm off or a leg off or something.
So
you gotta plug it back in.
I want to do a whole episode where we discuss you're afraid of 3 3/4 inch figures, but then you buy Nendoroids, which are 3 3/4 inch figures, which are actually like 5-inch figures because of their giant, freakishly babyish heads.
I was exaggerating a bit when talking about Mara Jade, but I did have. So I'm not afraid of your 3 3/4 Cowboys, but I am afraid of Black Series Hasbro because I had an Obi-Wan whose elbow broke just trying to move it.
Yeah.
I think it's Hasbro plastic that sucks.
Oh, for sure. See, these guys should just make a 3 3/4 inch Assassin's Creed line, Witcher line. Just make them look normal. I'll give them money.
Yeah, make them look normal. They do have. So they've got Ivor. I mean, they have.
Well,
They've got more.
I'm sure they do have Ivor. But do they have Ivor the way I've customized him?
No.
Did you rate him?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, subscribe. Do you like cute things? Is it just me? Was the last thing that you found cute 1983's Ewoks? And then you went on a trip to Panama, and on your way home, your Ewok stuffed animal popped out of the bag when the customs guy went through your what's that shit, luggage, and then you were like traumatized and you can't like cute things ever since then? No? Is that it? No?